welcome back to another episode of House of Life. I'm your guy Wayne. I'm here with my guys Chubbs and Joe, who will be joining us in a little bit. But you know what we're gonna do here, man. First and foremost, appreciate everybody that's been listening to us. This week we're gonna be getting on this episode. We're gonna be talking about NFL Conference Championship weekend that just passed, getting into the all-pro teams, and also going over our awards for this year as well. And as you know, we got a Mount Rushmore segment. We also got a few other segments for you guys as well, man. But again, before we get started, few housekeeping things. First things first, we hit another milestone. In the past week on Instagram, y'all been really liking our reels, rocking with us. I don't know if y'all been liking it, but y'all been liking it, if you know what I mean. In the past 2 weeks, in the past week alone, we hit over 24K views between two reels. So we really appreciate everybody going, man. That's a huge milestone for us. We also hit over 25,000 views on YouTube as well. So we appreciate y'all as well, man. But now that you found us on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And if you're on any other audio platforms, make sure you guys go download it, man. We got to go, man. If you guys can get us to 25 likes on this video, man. There's 25 likes. That's all we're asking for. 25 likes on this video if you're listening, man. If you're on audio, go on YouTube and just hit that like button, man. Give us that, man. Before we get started, Joe and Smoothie, anything I want to say to the people?
Chubbs, I'm not Smooth. But
I said just Smoothie.
I do got something to say. For everybody that's giving me a lot of heat for that Dwight Howard take, you guys didn't get to see my explanation. I got jumped. I got jumped by one person. So.
You sure they're not jumping me?
But please take it easy on me, man. I have a reason, very good reason.
No, he doesn't.
I'll save that for the next basketball episode. But we're gonna keep it football.
Hey, all I want to say, man, it's a good weekend, and Bengals fans can't on three. Get him out of here. Enjoy your vacations.
Oh man,
Chubbs is the ultimate.
That's how it was last week.
Chubbs is the ultimate Bengals hater. He feels some real relief right now. But we're not going to talk about that game first. The first game we're going to go is the 49ers versus the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles win 31-7. So what are you guys' takeaways about this? We're not going to predict. Just saying right here, we're not predicting the Super Bowl this week. We're predicting the Super Bowl next week. Just so you guys are aware. But what are your guys' thoughts on this game and everything that happened?
I was a little disappointed in watching the game. Not just because, I'm a big Brock Purdy guy. I think he's, pretty good quarterback. But I was just disappointed in the aspect of the game. Him going down and early in, like, the third play. And then the backup quarterback getting a concussion. Like, not that long after. To where the point, like when Purdy had to play, Purdy couldn't throw the ball more than 5 yards because he had a torn UCL, which is in your elbow on his throwing arm. So, like, I wish it was a better game because the Eagles team was basically pinning their ears back, knowing it was going to be a run play every single play, and just like playing man on like the few players manned up at the corner because they knew it was not going to be a good ball if it does come out.
It's not pinning.
I'm pretty sure I saw Chris McCaffrey throw a football. I did see Chris McCaffrey throw a football, and it was a terrible pass. And he was the emergency quarterback.
He typically can throw that sometimes.
So I was disappointed. I wanted it to be a little bit closer of a game. On the other hand, like Eagles did what they were supposed to do. They took advantage of the situation fully. And 49ers never had momentum after the first series. I'll take it back. Christian McCaffrey put the team on his back. And then after that touchdown, it was like downhill from there.
Christian McCaffrey. Since you like to check
McCaffrey,
Burrell. McCaffrey. Okay.
McCaffrey. Okay, Chris McCaffrey. Run CMC. But
All right, yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was going to be closer. I wish it was closer, but it is what it is. The best team in football, Eagles, well-rounded all across the board.
I was sad to say, I felt like the Eagles got the easiest route to the Super Bowl
in NFL history.
Probably NFL history. Just looking at it, they played the Giants, which we already know Giants they weren't contenders. They made it to playoffs. Probably a huge surprise by a lot of
Yep.
Huge surprise to everyone really that they made the playoffs. And so I think the Eagles had the easy route there. And then with the injuries, with Brock Purdy not having a quarterback, it sucks because San Francisco literally had to go through 3 quarterbacks. They had the 4th string out there, but I think if Brock Purdy's in the game, it's a whole different situation, a whole different type of ball game that we're seeing. But Eagles stepped up. I can't take anything away from Hurts. Hurts still played phenomenal. He still played great. Had a great game. Does what he played great. We can't say he didn't. It literally what he was doing all year.
So before you go, Wayne, I got a question. Wayne, you're gonna give your take too, but do you think Shanahan messed up and not having Jimmy G just put shoulder pads on and suit up just in case, even though he was 70%? I think he should have still had him just in case.
No, if I'm Jimmy G, I'm not risking that because I'm not on this team next year.
If you win this game, you go to Super Bowl though.
Jimmy G wasn't winning that game.
Yeah, I'm not putting Jimmy G back in that game.
Okay. Some people are getting on Shanahan for not even suiting him up.
But, listen, man. Joey said Jalen Hurts played well. I don't know, 15 for 25, 121 yards. The Eagles actually, as a guy that likes the Chiefs, even though I'm not giving my pick, just know I feel a lot better. Obviously, Chiefs defense isn't what the Eagles 49ers is, but either way, one thing that impressed me the most with the Eagles was that their offensive line looked great. And there's some breakdown of it. I saw it on Twitter. I forget the guy who was talking about it, and Dan Orlovsky was talking about it too. How, first of all, the way that the 49ers lined up was just so foolish. They would put the strong safety and the nickel back on the same side, leaving the weak side really open. So that's how they got most of their big play yards. But the Eagles ran the ball. The Eagles had 70 plays and only had 269 yards of offense. The game was won once Brock Purdy got hurt. This was a not impressive performance at all. One thing that was impressive was way the D-line play, but in the beginning of the game because they were getting after Brock Purdy. But there was nothing impressive to me at all that the Eagles did, besides defensively.
I find it impressive offensively because you're looking at the 49ers defense and you see what they've done all season.
I agree.
They were kicking ass, and you looking at them.
70 plays for 269 yards is not kicking ass.
But you got to look at it, though. They didn't turn the ball over.
Because they ran the ball in the second half.
But exactly, they ran the ball second half because that's what is the game plan.
Because the only way they could lose is if they were going.
Look at it, he still threw a touchdown. He still ran for a touchdown.
He didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't throw a touchdown.
Or I'm sorry, he ran for a touchdown, but he still kept the ball out of 49ers defensive hands. They didn't cause a turnover.
Well, it didn't help the 49ers defense that injuries happened early. Fred Warner was out for a little bit of time in the game. Nick Bosa was hurt for a period of time in the game.
But they also came back. But they didn't miss more. Stop. They didn't miss more than Nick Bosa didn't miss more than 5.
Joey, they were 5 for 15 on third down.
But you're playing the number 1 defense, though. That's what I'm throwing out there. You're playing the number 1 defense and still to come out on top, even though you're going versus that team, and also to still have that amount of points to put up that,
And I will give some credit. I mean, Lane Johnson's playing out there with a torn groin.
And I'm not just talking about Jalen Hurts. I'm talking about the offense in general. I'm just talking about them.
Now I'm just refuting you saying Jalen Hurts balled because he didn't ball.
He did what he was supposed to do.
That's what it is. And I didn't say ball. Ball never came out of my mouth.
He was a manager.
I said he played great. He played great to the certain.
He didn't play great. He just managed.
With what he has around,
he handed the ball off.
What he's supposed to do.
He handed the ball off. That's all he did. All he did, he handed the ball off. Because the 49ers couldn't move the ball. The 49ers could not move the ball at all.
Crazy stuff.
Once everybody was hurt. It was
end
nothing for
around,
them
jet
to do.
sweeps.
They couldn't move the ball because Brock Purdy couldn't throw the ball 5 yards. Like that. The Eagles. This was This to me wasn't impressive at all by the Eagles to me.
But who offense is impressive against the 49ers defense?
The Chiefs.
No one. The Chiefs.
But it's not even that they didn't have to be. They didn't have to be impressive to win the game. That's the point. Like they just won the game because the 49ers had no offense. Like literally no offense. They didn't have a quarterback, Joe.
Yeah,
they didn't have a quarterback.
I understand that. That's why the score was what the score was. Now, if they still had Brock Purdy in the game, probably Eagles still win that game. Eagles probably still win that game, but the score's probably closer.
But it put more pressure on the offense. The offense had zero pressure, Joey. Zero.
Exactly. So, this is what I think. If the offense had pressure with the weapons that they have, the O-line that they have, they would put up points.
Joey, Wayne, and
that's it.
How did y'all feel at St. Vincent when we had a really good defense and we knew what the result was going to be when the offense went out there? That's how the defense probably felt the whole
literally.
game.
And even though their offense still was 5 for 15 on third down.
I'm not disregarding that. I am putting that.
They got 3 short fields.
We're running the ball 3 times.
I am putting that into a factor. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to say for instance, we are playing at St. Vincent, right? We're playing at St. Vincent. Our defense sucks. I mean, our defense is great. Our offense sucks. But guess what? If a team's dropped 30-something points on me,
Joey, they had 3 short fields.
If a team drops 30-something points on our defense, we're gonna be like, yo, we could have obviously.
Joey, they scored 10 points in the second half, bro.
I'm not taking away that the quarterback was not there for San Francisco. I'm not taking away that. But I'm saying for still to allow 30-something points. And also, what? You still allow 30-something fucking points.
Joey, they were 2 for 8 on third down, and they gave them 3 short fields.
But for example, Miami, when Tua was down, we're allowing 30-something fucking points. What we did, we still went after our defense, but our defense wasn't the 49ers defense. So for the Eagles to still put up a certain amount of points.
I think just looking up at the points is just a lazy take because we know what happened.
Yes, we know what happened, but still at the end of the day, if your defense is number 1, you can still make stops. But if you're going versus that defense and you're still able to run the ball.
They were getting stops.
Literally, they were getting stops, bro. They were 5 for 15.
When you're talking about second half, you talk about the second half, right? You're talking about they're running the ball. If they're still able to run the ball and you can't stop them from running the ball, the Eagles are doing something well, right? If it's working, why stop? So that's what I am saying. That I'm saying that the Eagles offense still would happen to do something very well for them to still win the game. That's all I am saying right now.
And all Wayne is saying is this W is not impressive as what people are trying to make it to be.
No one said it was impressive.
But
no one said it was impressive.
Everybody's saying it.
Joe, you just said Jalen Hurts played great.
Bro, so what? So what I said he played great against his defense. So fucking what he
did it!
At the end of the day, he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over versus
because they ran the ball to stop him to make sure he didn't throw the ball over.
You said he threw the ball 25 times. You say he threw the ball 25 times. He missed 10 of those passes. He threw for 15. He had over 150 yards.
121 yards, Joey. He was throwing lazy short passes. Please stop.
He also ran for a touchdown. And he also put points on the board, also for his team. Man. So if Jalen Hurts is not a type of person that he's not good enough for people to worry about him, yes, they probably did have to worry about him. That's probably why they game planned about him. And they probably why the run game was working so well.
Welcome back, DL. Welcome back, man. Welcome back to the living.
Bro, why are we being two-sided right now, bro? Because I think we came into the playoffs saying that the 49ers were the top defense. Did we not?
We did.
The Eagles were definitely putting up points. They were definitely moving the ball. They scored 21 points in the first half. They may not have balled out in the second half, but they played very, very well enough to keep their lead. I mean, I'm sorry that y'all hopped on the Brock Purdy train and ran with it and rode that train for a while.
Hold on.
Although he didn't play, and I do agree that he probably would have made a difference, but a difference, but how much of a difference?
Bro, they averaged 3.3 yards a rush. They had 269 yards of total offense.
Can I just say something too, Wayne, before we continue, DL? They scored their first touchdown after he went down.
After who went down?
Purdy. 9 minutes and 48 seconds the first quarter. You know the last time they scored the touchdown was?
Second quarter.
1:36 left in the second quarter. So 49ers were getting stops, is what I'm trying to get at. They were in the game.
They're the number 1 fucking defense in the NFL.
All Wayne's saying is they were getting stops.
The defense played great. The offense was just ass, and eventually they're gonna burn out of gas, bro. That's literally what happened.
I'm asking you.
They didn't. And the third quarter, 43 seconds.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like they took.
How much of a difference do you think that Brock Purdy would have made on to the Eagles defense? That's the question I'm asking you.
They would have sustained drives more, bro. There was literally no pass threat.
They're winning the game with Brock Purdy in the game.
It's a possible chance. They have a way better chance.
They're not fucking winning the game, bro. They're not. They're not winning.
Bro, they were getting stops on that high-powered Eagles
Brock
offense.
Purdy got into the game, and then when Brock Purdy got into the game, how many drives did he have before he got hurt? He got hurt on the first drive?
He got on the very first
drive, Joey.
The
third play.
The third. Correct. Were they driving?
He was 2 for 2.
He was 2 for 2.
He was 2 for 2. How can we say he drive was the first 3 plays of the game?
Like, yeah, what are we talking about, Joey?
Are they driving? He was 2 for 2. He had a first down. That's what you're saying. So yes, he's driving.
I want to put something in perspective, right?
And we saw how CMC ran the ball before he got
Let's put something in perspective. That defensive line. You just said the defensive line was playing great in the first half, correct?
And on passing downs, yes.
On passing downs. Okay. So how long do you think Brock Purdy staying in the game, if he would have played in the game, that defensive line would have allowed him to throw the ball?
I think they would.
Wait. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because all season, we have watched Brock Purdy throw the ball unpressured. If he's throwing the ball, no people are barely in his face and people are wide open. This is one of the first times he is playing a top defense in the league where people are covered and the defensive line is great.
Joey.
How amazing do you think?
All right,
let me break it down to you, Joey.
That Brock Purdy is going
the way CMC was running the ball, Brock Purdy would have been as effective as he's been all season because of the way they were running the ball. They were running the ball excellently.
Versus that Eagles defense.
Yes, Joey, CMC was going off. Once there was legitimately no threat of a pass game, that's when they started CMC.
What I'm saying is, I don't think the pass game was going to work that well.
Joey, if they're running the ball very well and they can run play action, would have killed that. Come on, Joey.
Bro, hold on. Yeah, I think you guys are undermining the Eagles defense. You guys are underrating the Eagles defense. The Eagles defense is a lot better than what the hell I think it is.
We're not underrating the Eagles defense, bro. When you're running the ball notoriously on a team, which the 49ers were doing.
I'm not listen,
your team is more susceptible to play action. It's not about it's literally that.
We're not talking about missing Lamar Jackson. We're not talking about missing Patrick Mahomes. Y'all talking about missing Brock.
I'm talking about missing. I'm
going to make a big difference in a game.
What are you not understanding?
What are we really saying here?
Joey, they weren't just missing Brock Purdy. They were missing a fucking quarterback that can throw the ball.
Their game plan was out the window.
Bro, listen. Game plan out the window. Okay, hold on. Let's go back.
Bro, they are
the Brock Purdy.
Bro, they were on the fifth string quarterback, and Joey really trying to argue this now.
I'm not arguing saying, the Eagles. Bro. It was very easy. I already said it was easy for the Eagles. What I am saying is that. Yes, it was easier for the offense without their quarterback, but it is still a good. The offense still played well to win.
You said great.
Good. I'm gonna go back to it because I'm gonna stick with it because they played great against a. Yes, they played great because 3 different people had over 10 carries, 2 different touchdowns. I mean, one had 2 touchdowns, and the other 2 guys had another touchdown, right? So that's 4 rushing touchdowns versus a great defense. And meaning, so if I'm running the ball,
Joey, they ran the ball for 3.3 yards a pop on 44 attempts.
Wayne, but they are still scoring.
Because they got short fields, Joey. What are we not understanding? They lost 3 fumbles.
Okay, all right. So the Eagles' offense was ass.
I didn't say that. I
So
said
what are you saying then?
I'm
What are you
saying I'm just.
He's saying the win is not as impressive as people are saying.
I already said that. I already said it was an easy
No,
win.
I was just. You kept saying Jalen Hurts and that offense played great when they didn't. They didn't have to play great to win the game. They just played well enough to win the game because the 49ers didn't have anything to show.
I think versus a top defense in the league, for you to get
Joey,
4 rushing touchdowns is still pretty impressive. That's all I'm saying. All right? If you don't want to agree with that, fine. Don't care. Let's move on.
And this last thing I'm saying is the only thing I'm trying to say is the game was they were victims of circumstances because they couldn't pass the ball. So every play that the defense was going out there, they're running the football. So they're pinning their ears back, stacking the box, and the 49ers are not moving the ball because they can't. Because the Eagles know what's coming.
And when they try to throw the ball,
up the middle,
getting sacked.
This is what they had to do to get people their guys the ball. CMC on a toss or up the middle, Kittle on an end around, and sweeps with Debo. That's how they had to get them the ball because they couldn't throw them the ball.
And every time I see them try to throw the ball, there was pressures or they were getting sacked. There was always pressure. That's what I was saying, bro.
Purdy was still 4 for 4.
Right.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Again, they played the Eagles, who have a top 5 defense in the league, and we're sitting
14th in rushing.
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
You're sitting up here talking about Brock Purdy as if he would have came in and snapped. I understand.
No one said that. Don't put words in our mouth, bro.
Shut up. Y'all sitting up here saying, I understand that you need a run game to open up your passing game, but we're going off of the fact that Brock Purdy has played the Dolphins, the Bucks, the Seahawks, the Commanders, the Cardinals, and
he played a defense that was better than the Eagles just a week ago. Next,
which was who?
The Cowboys.
And how many points did he put up, Wayne? How many points did he put up, Wayne?
Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop
that.
Enough. You know how many points he put up? Enough. My point exactly. He played a better defense, and he put enough points up to win the game. The defense was able. You know why the defense was able? Why he only had to put up a certain amount of points? Because the defense was able to be well rested because they were sustaining drives, driving down the field because they had Brock Purdy instead of fucking Josh Johnson throwing the ball.
What you think? You think Brock Purdy was going to sustain drives?
Yes, Joey.
No,
yes.
I don't think so. I disagree on that. I do disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. I think their third down conversions will probably be under 50% versus the Eagles defense. And that's why.
I don't believe that.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I do believe he probably gets sacked 3 times.
Okay.
He has a 2-to-1 ratio, almost in pick split.
Okay. All right, man. Let's just go to the next one because we're just gonna keep yelling about this.
The Brock Purdy narrative is over. Stop it.
This unimpressive win. I was already over the Brock Purdy narrative. I wanted the Eagles to win, but I'm just saying it wasn't that impressive. I picked the Eagles to win anyway. I just said it wasn't that impressive. That was just not impressive win. The offense didn't do anything for me. I just heard Jalen Hurts played great, and that was just confusing to me. But what's the next for San Francisco? So Brock Purdy got hurt. Clearly, they have a QB injury problem. Are you guys still going with you're leading with Brock as your quarterback, or does this now open up the window for Trey Lance?
I think it's a QB battle in the offseason.
It's Jimmy G, bro.
Bro, he's not gonna be on the team, bro. Stop it.
I think it's not like definitive now, but I think there'll be a little QB controversy going in the offseason.
Should we move Joe?
I don't know. It's not like Brock Purdy messed up. So
you guys should be in the same stance then. That he should be the starting quarterback.
No, because I said if he took them to the Super Bowl,
That's exactly
then that was going to be a problem. but he did
Nah,
it. But
bro.
it wasn't his fault. No, wait. I always said if Brock Purdy
Nah,
took him to the
bro.
Super Bowl. Didn't I not say that?
I'm
Yes,
talking
you
about
did,
Chubbs. I'm talking
No,
about
no, no, no,
Chubbs.
no, no, no. I said if
No, you did
speaking of back
not.
on the
No,
pods,
you.
bro. Yes, you
DL.
did.
DL.
You're
Did he say?
lying.
Did he say
I said
only
if
if
he
they
went
go
to
to the
take him
Super
to the Super
Bowl?
Bowl and win a Super Bowl,
No, you say he got
start.
as soon as he got to NFC
I don't know, bro.
Championship.
Oh my
You
God.
said,
Go back.
You might have said Brock motherfucking Purdy, bro. That's
yeah, that's what you
Bro,
said.
bro,
You
bro,
said
bro,
as soon as
bro.
they got to NFC
You guys
Championship,
are gonna
this is
do
your
this, and then
quarterback.
you guys are gonna
I
do
don't know,
this,
though.
and then I'm
I
gonna find a
mean,
clip like I always do. And
Find
you're
the
gonna be like,
clip.
okay.
Find the
I'm
clip.
gonna still say it. If they re-sign Jimmy G and Brock Purdy would be the top two quarterbacks. I think they trade Trey Lance. I still stand by that. Because Trey Lance basically, if anything, he won't be starting over Brock Purdy at the least. You know what I'm saying? So you're not just gonna have him as your backup moving forward. Am I saying he's not better than Brock Purdy? No, I'm not saying that.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say that. I said
That's
Jimmy
what you're
G.
saying. You're saying he's never gonna start over him. So you're saying he's better than him.
Who?
No, I'm not. I'm saying you can still trade away Trey Lance for some value, bro. And Trey Lance can still be a starter on a different team. He's just shown nothing. He hasn't shown his ability to stay healthy with the 49ers. So if they already have two good quarterbacks, that being Jimmy G and Brock Purdy, why would you not trade away a quarterback?
I thought we was dead in the Brock. So Brock good now.
I think he solidified his position as at least a second string quarterback.
Brock works for the 49ers. And that's the only thing that is.
Except for when they play the Eagles.
That is the only thing that is verified.
He doesn't.
It works. Just because you work for the
mess
49ers doesn't mean you're going to beat the Eagles. Just because you work in that system doesn't mean you're going to beat the team. So it works for that team. Yes, he works for that team. That's the only thing that's proven. So, I think if you try to trade him to go somewhere else, everybody's going to be like, he might have to work in a similar situation or similar system. But I think you try to trade him, you're not going to get any value.
So you're going to Mike McDaniel too.
I don't want it. That's the thing. They double down onto it. I'll say triple down onto it. So they know we ain't getting no quarterback there. So Brock Purdy is probably the best place to stay. I think they stuck with him really. And because if you cut him, that's just kind of a waste. Because somebody's going to pick him up for free. If you cut him.
He's definitely a top two on the depth chart for any team. He solidified his spot for any team to be a top two quarterback.
Backup, yeah, for sure. I mean, I could see Jets probably playing an idea, trying to get him or something like that. Maybe if that Aaron Rodgers doesn't work out. But who knows? There's a couple of other places he can go.
All right,
but
man.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to this Chiefs versus Bengals. So as you know, Chiefs win 23-20 versus the Bengals. And I have to ask you guys, did the Chiefs win this game or did the Bengals lose this game?
I think the Chiefs won. Honestly.
I think it's both. Both are true.
No, I think the Chiefs won. I think it was a pretty good game all around. I think the Bengals definitely had more opportunities to win the game than what it came down to. Patrick Milhomme, he played well, but he kind of also gave up some opportunities in which he could have got some points, got more than 3 points from time to time. The Bengals, they just. I'm just not a big. I'm not gonna say fan, but I'm not too high up on Joe Burrell. Because as we all say, he has a top receiving core, so he has the ability to be doing what he's been doing, producing, which I can applaud, and I'm not going to discredit him for that. However, when you do see a team who is experienced, who does have a good coach in Andy Reid, we see adjustments, and we see how to at least maintain Joe Burrow. I don't think he played to the best of his ability, but at the same time, I do think that the Chiefs played well enough to get that dub. But again, it was a close game, and I kind of expected a close game, but like I said, I think the Bengals kind of missed some opportunities as well as the Chiefs, but the Chiefs kind of showed their, the fact that they've been there before, even though the Bengals have too, but they're more consistent and experienced at it, so that's why they got the win.
I say both. I think the Bengals lost this game.
Don't be copping out, bro. Pick one.
No, I'm saying both, and I'm gonna give you reasons why I'm giving both because they multiple ways the Bengals could have won this game. One way they lost this game, too many penalties. They had 9 penalties though for 71 yards. That's a drive for the Chiefs. You don't want to give that to the Chiefs. That's one way they lost it. Now, this is how I feel like they also lost it because the Chiefs had so many positions. There've been so many positions to literally score and then extend the lead or get further, and the Bengals defense stopped them, but then the Bengals couldn't come up on offense and do anything, right? And I'm just like, yo, what do you like? And especially, and I'm looking at it, I was looking at everything. Joe Burrow was kind of under fire with that D-line. That D-line played amazing. That's why I said the Chiefs also won because he went nuts, bro. Oh, he went nuts that game. I think he had 2 sacks.
Chris Jones had 2 sacks.
Yeah. 2 sacks. He had a big sack at the end of the game to kind of seal it, really, for stop them from scoring again, and we'll stop them from scoring or going down the field. But and also that last play, it was weird. You know, obviously him going out of bounds and getting hit, that penalty also helped. So that's another way of losing the game by calling the penalty to move them forward. That was a 40-something yard field goal. If you don't hit him, they're 15 yards back. That's a longer kick. So I think they lost that game in that sense. But Patrick Mahomes running on his feet, messed up leg, he won that game. He was like, "Yo, I'm taking off," and he took the hit, got the flag, and going off. But I think it just came down to both mistakes on just both ends. And I think the better team just came out, bro. Came out on top. So that's why I said both, bro. I said both. Joe Burrow's made some mistakes, but he got sacked 5 times. You're not winning the game getting sacked 5 times.
He won the game getting sacked 8 times.
I mean, you're not winning that game, especially versus Patrick Mahomes. Like you got the other guy on the other side of the field, your counterpart. He's gonna put up points, bro. If you got, and I think he should probably get a little bit more mobile. I know he does what he does, you know, but I'm not saying he doesn't run enough. I just think with his O-line, he should be maybe a little bit more. But that's all I got to say about that.
Focus on his mechanics, right?
Chubbs.
It's perfect.
Chiefs won this game. I'm not blaming the refs. I'm sorry. Not at all. The Chiefs had more total yards, more passing yards, fewer turnovers, fewer sacks, and had the greater time of possession. So I'm not hearing that a few calls that were legit calls cost y'all the game. I'm not hearing that. That's excuses. Excuses. You guys talked all that shit all week. And the fact that y'all didn't back it up and y'all look stupid as hell because you played against a banged up Patty Milhomme and a banged up Travis Kelce who got hurt Friday at practice and still didn't manage to stop that offense. Patty threw for 300 yards on one fucking leg. Like I said, that defense was overrated. Only good thing about them was their D-line that couldn't even get to Patty.
They got to Patty 3 times.
Okay, 3 times. Threw for 300 yards.
I mean, you said they didn't get the I'm just saying. That's pretty good.
But I'm saying that team was hurt. Even Miko Harmon, who had to play, got hurt. Multiple people were going down. Tony got hurt. People were going down left and right. There was rookie DBs out there guarding these receivers, and Joe Burrow didn't throw. He had 1 touchdown, no touchdowns. I can't even remember.
1 touchdown, 2 picks.
He didn't play like the elite quarterback that they were talking about.
All right,
He
guys, come on.
We're not gonna do this.
He didn't play like
Chris,
Mahomes' daddy, like they were trying to say.
He is top 2.
Top 2.
All I'm saying is, and this was my take. He struggles against good defenses. That's what I was saying. And towards the end of the year, he was struggling against good defenses.
He kicked the Bills' ass.
He struggles against a good defensive line. That's the only thing I can say.
His O-line was banged up, so I feel like we're being real nasty when we're talking about Joe Burrow.
That's it.
That's it. He didn't play good. Patrick Mahomes definitely outplayed him.
And one thing I will say, Bengals fans, for the fact that you're saying that you're questioning Joe Burrow, you guys are idiots. Never. Joe Burrow is the reason why you guys are even there in the first place. So to say that you don't know about Joe Burrow anymore, you guys are stupid, and that's why I can't respect y'all. Because like you guys have an elite quarterback, and you guys are talking shit about your elite quarterback.
What's going on? You just shitting
There's
on
no
him?
quotations, DL. There's no
DL,
quotations.
Joe Burrow. Let me just address this Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's top 2. He had a bad game. The Chiefs, like Joey said, the Chiefs defensive line played freaking amazing. We're gonna get to our words later. Chris Jones was amazing. D-line was amazing. Yeah, you're right, Chubbs. They did get some people hurt. Rookie quarterback got hurt. But let me just say this, and I'm gonna say this very clearly. And when it does happen, actually, regardless of what happens, Mahomes is the best quarterback to ever play the position. He is the best quarterback to ever play the position. Like Chubb said, Mecole Hardman out, Juju out, Tony out. And Tony dropped a touchdown that was a freaking dime to start the game out. One leg. This injury that he has, he shouldn't be playing for the next 4 to 6 weeks, but he's out there. 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a scramble that solidified the game. And I don't care what nobody says. Even if they don't call that push, Mahomes was getting those yards. We saw him go 60 yards down the field in 13 seconds. You telling me he couldn't get 10 and 8? Come on, guys. Let's do it, man. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback to play the quarterback position all time. And it's just going to be solidified again. I'm not going to give my predictions. That saves for next week. But just know, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback to play the position of quarterback. And yes, this was more about the Chiefs than it was the Bengals. The Chiefs actually kept the Bengals in the game, in my opinion, opposed to the Bengals being kept into the game. Many things were missed throws, because he's not fully healthy, so he didn't put that much pressure on his leg like he could. A lot of things like that. Drop touchdowns, holding calls. 2 touchdowns right there that were going off the board. And I also want to say one thing. The catches that T. Higgins and Jamar Chase made were freaking incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Jamar Chase is 100% better than A.J. Brown. But
yeah, you can also argue that the same thing was on the end of the Bengals, where there was holding calls that brought them back, missed throws by Joe Burrow that could have changed the game. And that's where I come in saying, like, the Bengals lost that game as well because of not execute. Because some of the plays were there, it was just like, Burrow, what are you throwing the ball to?
Well, he also had pressure in his face. Like the missed throws that Mahone had, he was just missing them.
Right. That's true as well. That's true as well. And I think, and I'm not jumping into what like Chubb said about penalties are the reason they lost, or like the referees made those calls. I believe it was just not being disciplined. That's why they lost, because they just made some bad calls, but just some bad moves, man, on their end. But I do agree, Patrick Mahomes. We've just probably watched the greatest first 5 years a quarterback ever had. He went to literally 5 straight AFC championships.
It's gonna be his 3rd Super Bowl and about to win his 2nd MVP.
And yeah, so I can agree. He already has a Hall of Fame career. And in the sense of what he's already accomplished, he already has a Hall of Fame career. I think if he goes in, even win or lose this Super Bowl, I think he has a Hall of Fame career.
Is he already top 5?
And, oh yeah, for sure. Top 5 QB of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in my top 5. I don't. It's kind of hard for me not to put him there. But.
And now I'll give the floor to the guy at the bottom right. Is he already top 5 all time, DL?
Top 5 all time? Yeah, he's definitely. I would say he's top 3 all time right now. Honestly, yeah. I'm just not gonna put him over Brady for a lot of reasons, and y'all know why. I mean,
we know Brady's one.
Brady is literally
Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about the best.
Patrick Mahomes, he like y'all just alluded to, he got off to a great start for his first seasons in the league, and you just can't downplay that. If he was to retire today, he would be a first ballot Hall of Fame, no doubt. But of course, I mean, I just can't label him as number one because, Brady is literally the LeBron of football. You know what I'm saying? As far as appearances, as far as
Yeah.
wins, you know what I'm saying? Like Brady has accomplished a lot more. But of course, longevity plays a role. But Patrick Mahomes is well on his way to be better than Brady in the future. So I never argue Patrick Mahomes. I used to not be on the Patrick Mahomes train because it was too soon. But he's been consistently playing at a high level. But I'm not gonna get behind that Joe Burrow's top two take right now. For
Actually, that's gonna be our next. That's gonna be our matchup, man. That's gonna be our Brady Peyton. Or that's gonna be our Brady Peyton matchups for generations, man.
But it
So
just, and I'm gonna rewind to what Wayne said. Like he gave the Chiefs defensive line a lot of credit, and I can agree with that. However, you know what I'm saying, we didn't give the Bengals line too much credit when they was doing the same thing to Josh Allen last week. We just said Josh Allen suck and can't hold him to the ball. So I think that was a very
That's because Josh Allen was doing that all year, DL. Stop being nasty.
We can
Stop being
we can
nasty.
move
He was doing that all
on. We
year.
can move on, bro. We can move on.
Chubb, stop looking for the clip that you can't find.
I got a clip. I got a clip.
It's like the last 3 football pods. You said the same thing over and over again, bro.
I got the clip. I literally said,
oh man.
if he wins a Super Bowl, he will be the starting
You
quarterback.
said no matter what, bro. I'm not hearing
No,
that,
I
bro.
agree. Me and Joe said the same thing.
No,
at the same
y'all
time.
didn't, bro. That's why I was yelling at y'all.
Okay.
Next topic. We're going to talk about the NFL All-Pro teams, man. And I just want to see, do you guys have any snubs? So the first thing, we're going to do the first team offense. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce at tight end. Wide receivers are Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. Left tackle, Trent Williams. Right tackle, Lane Johnson. Left guard, Joel Benito. I don't know how to say his name. Apologize. Right guard, Zach Martin. And center, Jason Kelce. Any snubs on the offensive side?
No, that sounds right.
Sounds pretty right, yeah.
Defensive side, edge rushers, Nick Bosa, Michael Parsons, Terry Lyman, Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams. Linebackers, Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Matt Milano. Cornerbacks, Sauce and Patrick Surtain. Safeties, Minka and Talua Hufanga from the San Francisco 49ers. Any snubs on the defensive list?
At first, I would argue for interior line for Christian Wilkins, but I'm not because those names.
Yeah, I'm not mad about those names either.
Yeah, I'll put those guys above him. Matt Milano.
That's shocker a little bit.
Yeah, that is a shocker to me. The reason why I'm a shocker because it's gonna sound like I'm hating. I think he's overrated.
Be careful what you say.
I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated. That's just me. I think the players around him make him who he is.
Who would you replace him with?
I don't know. I just think he's overrated.
You just don't like him.
I just think he's. I think that's it. It probably sounds like hating, but I do think
Matt Milano snapped this year, bro.
Again,
he did have a really good year.
I think it's because of the.
I got somebody
that
earned it. And
I think.
But we saying that they did. Time out, bro.
I got
one.
That's crazy, Joey, bro. He make them players around him better. He make them boys better.
I got one. I don't know how y'all feel about linebackers, but that Foye, I don't say his name, but buddy from Jaguars, leading tackler in the NFL.
He was balling.
Making every single 184 tackles this year.
I just think there's not anybody that's really.
He was balling
at that.
He was balling.
Right? So, like DL favorite word by default. Right?
By default?
I think he's there by default because there's not many great people at that position.
And
so, when you look at it, it's really
pretty good too.
Really not.
But to be top 3 in this 32 teams at least,
by default. That's why I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Any more snubs?
29 defaults is a lot of players, bro.
By default. If there's not that many great people at that position.
I feel like if they had 3 wide receivers that you selected and 3 linebackers, there should be at least 3 corners.
I agree too.
Would have been a third.
I would say either Jair or Woolen.
We'll get to the second team. Let's get to the second team. So second team offense: Jalen Hurts, running back Nick Chubb, tight end George Kittle, wide receivers AJ Brown, Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, Andrew Thomas, Tristan Wirfs, Joe Tooney, Chris Lindstrom, and Creed Humphrey. Offensive snubs.
I know y'all gonna say two of them. I mean, I guess y'all could probably say Jamar Chase if he would have not been hurt. But your boy ain't up there. Joe Burrow. I mean, he probably got some. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
it's hard not to put someone that went 15-1.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why Jalen Hurts did get it. But that is the reason why he should be up there as well. His stats may not be up there, but winning games plays up because it's a quarterback stat.
I think his total yards is still more than Joe Burrow.
Is it?
I think so. Because he did run a lot this year.
Oh, total yards.
Yeah, his total yards. So
y'all might say I'm hating
and stuff.
Y'all might say I'm hating, bro, but I don't think CD should have been second team.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
you think it should have been what, first?
I think it should be no team.
Nothing.
Who takes his place?
I'm putting Jalen Waddle there.
I'm actually putting AJ Brown.
AJ Brown's first
AJ
team.
Brown, he's made it.
Oh no, my bad.
on there.
No, AJ Brown's second team.
Second team.
Yeah.
My bad. Then I put Waddle over him honestly. Yeah, too.
Yeah, I'm putting Waddle.
CeeDee Lamb actually had better. I mean, I don't know if we just going over stats. He actually had better stats than AJ Brown this year.
No, he didn't. He had better stats.
He just had more catches.
I'm looking at it now.
He's had more catches.
AJ has more yards and touchdowns.
He has 3 more yards than than Jalen Waddle and 1 touchdown.
But 2 more touchdowns. My bad. 2 more touchdowns.
And Tua got hurt. And he also played opposite of Tyreek Hill. To put up those stats is mad impressive. And in my opinion, I'm putting him over CD Lamb.
I like that. I like AJ Brown, CD, and I mean, if anybody, you could put a Diggs because Diggs had that little slump, but
Diggs was also. I mean, but Diggs.
CD definitely deserves to be up there, bro. With Dak as his quarterback, and Cooper Rush. So.
All right.
It's not. I don't think. I think they're interchangeable, bro.
Yeah, I want to get mad for CD up there. My preference would have been Jalen. Next, we got defense. We got Myles Garrett, Hassan Reddick, edge rushers, interior D line. We got Dexter Lawrence, Jeffrey Simmons, linebackers Bobby Wagner, C.J. Mosley, Demario Davis, Jair Bradbury, and then the one and only Derwin James and Justin Simmons.
Well, I'll say it all again. I think Foye should at least made one.
Yeah, get Bobby Wagner the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
what I'm saying.
Then the second linebacker you named, I don't even think really. Who was that?
What I'm
C.J.
saying.
Mosley.
C.J. Mosley didn't, bro. That's terrible.
The talent.
Listen, those people got way better talent than Matt Milano. Stop.
But what I am saying is that by default, like the talent that's in his position, that's why he's up there.
Wait, Matt Judon didn't make it?
That is crazy.
He did not.
That is crazy. Judon didn't make it.
We're talking about Matt Milano.
Well, Judon's gonna be a pass rusher. So
he would be a pass rusher. Yeah, he would be a pass rusher. You put the edge.
I feel like he fell off towards the end of the year, though.
I think it's just because the Patriots suck.
That's wild. They didn't have Matt. He had him up there for defensive player of the year.
I cannot believe.
I mean, but if you look at most of the people on those teams, their teams did well. So like
Mosley's like mid to me right now.
So if you look at the Patriots didn't even make the playoffs. So and they were fighting.
Yeah, Foy definitely should have made at least the second team. And I'm putting Nick Bolton in there before I put
yeah, right. Bolton too.
And Jordan Brooks too. Yeah, like I'm putting all those
Brooks, yeah.
That whole second team to me is ass. That list. That whole second team linebacker list is ass.
Yeah, they got us a couple of these.
Cause like what I said, not as much talent in
Nah,
the
first
NFL
first
at
team,
that
first
position
team
right now.
pretty cool. First team pretty cool though, because like I do like Matt Milano on that first team, bro.
And
I'm cool with Matt Malone being first team, but that second team to me is completely wrong.
Yeah, this second team a little.
It goes into my point. When you look at to make it second players, like who's after him?
Yeah,
When you
Foye
look at
had
those
184 tackles, and only 56 of them were combo tackles. No. He had 120 plus solo tackles, bro.
If you watch the games, he was meeting people in the hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and I think Nick Bolton led the league in tackles for loss too. So it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Again, just going back into there's a big drop off from linebacker talent from 1 to 2. So.
They gave Bobby.
Yeah,
Wagner
man. People can't be Fred Warner.
Yeah, that was a
every
legacy
day.
pick, Smooth.
Yeah.
That's a
Can't beat
legacy
them.
pick. It's crazy.
Them two every day.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the next topic, man. This guy who I said should retire is still in concussion protocol. He hasn't played a game in a month. Joey, are you concerned? We're talking about Tua, talking about Loa.
I am not concerned. Not concerned at all. I can't be concerned. I probably just stress myself out. But the Dolphins, like I said, they tripled down on him. They said he is our quarterback.
Not if Aaron Rodgers become available. Tell you that.
No, this is what happened. Listen, I already know. They said this is our quarterback. They came out again. They asked him questions again. He said, I already told you this is my quarterback. And they tripled down by starting a deal. They wanted to start a deal with a Hawaiian radio station to start putting our Dolphins games out there for, obviously, to his people. So they're in, man. They're all in Tua. So I don't think the Dolphins is gonna move away from him. He got the whole off season to get healthy. If that boy is still in concussion protocol, the season started.
It's not funny, bro. It's not funny, bro.
He gonna walk around and one of them do.
I knew a girl that was concussed for 2 years, bro. So,
yeah, we know her. Yeah,
which is crazy. So hopefully that's not the case for Tua.
she was walking though.
Yeah.
Bleep.
But I don't know, man. I'm not worried, man. I don't see us getting any other quarterback. So we stuck with Tua. Like I said that last year, we stuck with him. So he's still gonna be my avatar, my profile picture on Twitter for the next year. So I just gotta find a new one. That's it. I'm not concerned.
All right. Well.
All right. Anybody else got anything to say? I think he should still retire. Through concussions in the year.
It's a little concerning. I mean, I hope he gets better.
You can't be prone to concussions as a quarterback. That's kind of weird. So yeah.
Well, the doctors did say that the reason he kept getting concussed is because he needed more time.
Oh, interesting.
They said that they said he shouldn't play. Yeah. They did say that.
The doctors did. The doctors told him not to play, but the NFL cleared him. So he went back out to play. And obviously this decision is always up to Tua and his family. So Tua made that decision to go out back on the field. So now they're saying he just needed more time to heal. So they say by the end of next season, the doctors did come out and say he does not have to retire. And they said because, he just needed more time. I think if he would have, that's why damn, it would suck to say, because I did want to see Dolphins go to the Super Bowl. But if he would have stopped playing after not the Bills, the Bengals injury, he probably would have been, I would probably have been like a bit safer. Like I would have been like, not safer, but I would have probably felt a little bit better about my quarterback situation too. But I think since he played and got hurt again, and now I'm like, all right, it's up in the air, bro. It's up in the air, bro. So we'll see, man. Probably gonna suck again. Really good receiver on our team, but we'll see. Oh man.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get started with the next topic, which we'll be discussing our NFL season awards. All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our NFL season awards. First award we're going to get started with is Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys have? Finalists are Sauce, Woolen, Hutchinson. I think this is an easy one.
I saw us.
Hutchinson. So nah, I got Sauce. Sauce is definitely.
Yeah, I think it's
Hutchinson,
unanimous.
he played very well though. He
Towards the
played
end
well.
of the year, he turned up a little bit. Beginning of the year was a struggle.
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year: Brock Purdy, Walker, and Garrett Wilson.
I'm going Garrett Wilson. Like I said last time we talked about this.
I don't think he's gonna win it. I'm gonna go with Walker.
I think Garrett Wilson's going to win it just because of the New York hype, but I think Kenneth Walker should be the one to win it. But I'm going with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. No, I think Kenneth Walker should win it. Not Brock Purdy though.
Yeah, I think he stole Chris Olave's finalist position, and I'm kind of upset about that. Coach of the Year: you got Brian Dable, Peterson, Shanahan. Who you guys got?
I got Peterson solely on the fact that this team had the first number 1 overall pick, and they took them to the playoffs.
I agree with that as well. I got Doug Peterson also.
I got Dabo.
Yeah, Doug Peterson would be the easy pick. But as we said, he has a well-rounded team altogether. So it was kind of, I think we said it already, Super Bowl or bust for this team. So
For the Jaguars?
Who said that?
Oh, you talking about the Eagles?
Yeah,
Hey, he ain't there no more. He ain't there no more.
I still gotta go with Dabo. Yeah, I still gotta go with Dabo.
The reason why
it's gonna be close.
The reason why I'm going with Dabo is because
Thought the Giants would fucking stink.
because the Giants,
Right, exactly.
And also the Giants has the Cowboys and the Eagles in their division, and they happen to still go to the playoffs. So I think I'm going looking at the Jaguars division, it wasn't that hard. It really wasn't. So that's why I gave it Dabo. So.
All right, next we're gonna go with comeback player of the year. You got Saquon Barkley, CMC, Geno Smith.
So I just want to say I'm a little upset about the voters because Ronnie Stanley didn't play football for 2 years because he snapped his ankle, and he made the Pro Bowl.
He just had to find a way to raven it up, didn't he?
So, but I think he should have been involved a little bit more. But since these guys, I'm going Geno because no one expects Geno to come in and lead a team to playoffs again
And be a Pro
Geno
Bowl
Smith.
quarterback.
Yeah,
This is what I want to say about this. Geno should not be on this list. Why?
What?
Because this is why Geno should not be on this list.
Christian McCaffrey should not be on this list.
Christian McCaffrey should be on this list.
Because we got people that come back from injuries.
Yes. Comeback players are people that got hurt. Where was Geno? Geno did not get hurt last year. He just did not play. Okay, so Geno comes in this season and he start balling, and I'm like, yes, he did great. Maybe he should win Most Improved Player of the Year.
That's not an award, but
if they probably should make one for him. Call it the Geno Smith Award.
The Geno.
Expand of the year.
But I don't think he should be on this list. So I'm gonna go with Saquon. I think Saquon. A lot of people were doubting Saquon this year. He came back from a tough injury and balled out. He was top 3 in rushing, and helped his team go to the playoffs. So I'm going Saquon.
There's a snub. He should have been all pro.
I think any 3 of these players would be fine with the award.
Who should have been all pro?
Saquon over
No,
Nick
no,
Chubb.
he should not have been over Nick Chubb. Stop it, please.
One team went to the playoffs, one team didn't.
That's not what that mean.
Nick Chubb was so
legacy.
shitty.
The Rams
That's
didn't.
what that means.
No.
Wayne, don't go off of legacy.
Yeah,
Y'all going off of New York hype if we're going with Saquon. Nick Chubb was the best runner, second best runner of the football this year. Easy.
Bro, Saquon took that team with the quarterback being Daniel Jones and that receiving core. Look, Chubb had Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson, and come on now.
He had Deshaun Watson for 4 games. Please stop it. Please stop being nasty. He had fucking Jacoby Brissett.
He still had the Browns offensive line, Njoku. Do you not?
Why the fuck are you naming Njoku, bro?
He's a
good tight end this year.
Yeah, Cooper. We had Kareem Hunt, dual threat. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I think any one of those players, CMC, Saquon, or Geno could have made it, or will be good with getting an award. But I really do think Geno deserved it because we thought Geno was gone. We
Done.
ain't, we ain't think
With
we
the
about to hear
win.
about Geno no more. He came back to that team to the. They go to playoffs. Right?
Playoffs? They go
Yeah, when the
Playoffs, yeah, they
playoffs,
played playoff
and he
games,
ain't
yeah.
Pro Bowler, not reserve, Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler, man.
Geno Smith, he should win this award easily.
that, and I'm also say that their schedule is kind
Oh no, this. Bro.
But they suck.
of their schedule is kind
Maybe
of
two will win it next
They
year.
suck though. They're
Huh?
one of the easy teams on the list, though. I mean, everybody checked them off as a win, homecoming game for everybody else, though, too. So, you know.
Their schedule is kind of easy, and they barely made it into the playoffs. The Packers had to lose.
But the Seahawks
It's
suck,
not about
bro.
barely or not barely. It's about getting in. Next, we got Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm torn.
Defensive player. You didn't even say candidates, man.
Oh, my bad. I like lagged a little bit. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Nick Bosa, Chris Jones, Micah Parsons.
This is typically a sack award, more than likely. Nick Bosa led the league in sacks, so my pick is going to go with Nick Bosa, and he wasn't the number one defense. So that's my pick. Even though Chris Jones, I think, has a valid argument.
Okay. I am torn between two guys. I do think Chris Jones. I think all three of them can win this award, but me personally, I'm torn between Micah and Nick. But I'm gonna pick Nick for this. The reason I like Micah for his just versatility. He obviously doesn't have the amount of sacks that Nick Bosa has, but he does have some sacks there. It's not like I don't know his stats, but I know he's pretty up there for a while. But he also can play in coverage. So, and I think he disrupts the defense. The offense in so many different ways. So, but my pick is Nick Bosa. But I want Micah to win it. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mike Parsons. Small guy playing on the line, making an impact every single play. Also stats. Just like the garbage work. Playing hurt, but his second year, right?
Yeah, second year.
Yeah. He was doing the same thing last year. Cowboys have looked very, very well as far as defense goes the past 2 years, and he's a big part of the reason why. So yeah, we'll person.
It's easily Chris Jones for me. 15 and a half sacks, 2 forced fumbles on the year. This is the best defensive lineman in the league, in my opinion. Getting 15 and a half sacks from the defensive tackle position where it's super easy to double team those guys. Also, he's talking about versatility. He could play some DN for you as well. And just without him, this Chiefs defense is a bottom 3 defense in the league if you take away Chris Jones. So, I feel like the other two guys really got a lot of good moving parts around them. Opposed to Chris Jones, where I don't think he makes the parts around him. So, again, as we saw him come up big last night, I think Chris Jones is easily the defensive player of the year for me. All right, man. Next is Offensive Player of the Year. Candidates are Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Justin Jefferson, and Tyreek Hill.
I'm gonna go with Jay Jettis strictly on. This is typically goes to an offensive weapon. Not sometimes goes to quarterback also, but I'm gonna go receiver here because I don't want it to be 2 quarterbacks getting 2 of the same awards. So Jay Jettis.
I think if Jay Jettis would have broke the record for 2,000 yards this season, if he would have broke 2,000. Part of been the conversation for MVP and part of been a lock.
He is in the conversation for MVP technically.
But he's not getting it.
I know he's not gonna get it, but yeah, I agree.
But I think if he broke that 2,000, and he probably be a lock for Offensive Player of the Year. But I'm going with Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to win MVP, but I think with him scoring a lot of passing touchdowns and rushing touchdowns,
he could. Yeah.
He could win. I think he's going to win Offensive Player of the Year because I don't think they're going to give him the MVP. So
I don't think he's going to get the MVP either. But I can see that. I just don't want to give quarterbacks 2. Yeah.
I can see that happening in the NFL.
Yeah.
Give 2 quarterbacks the awards. But yeah, I'm going with Jalen Hurts.
J-Jet. That's the only right answer for me. Man, I had 233 yards this year in one game. That's ridiculous on 11 catches, on 11 receptions.
He was the only receiver out there that game by default.
I mean, but
I'm
at the
just
same
saying.
time, Kirk Cousins is your quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, now you said Kirk
And
Cousins was good.
I said he's the standard. He's a standard. He's a standard for the
He's the
NFL
standard.
quarterback.
He's
He's
the
the standard. But he still had what Thielen wasn't playing that game. He went for 223.
Thielen probably wasn't playing that game.
Yeah,
Thielen just getting too
even
old.
when he does
Osborne
play,
was out there, but
regardless, JJ had a lot of games in which he was just snapping, bro. And I can't take that away from him at all. Being double teamed, consistently balling for the past 2 years. He's been in the league, only getting better. I think it's about time we, congratulate him for it. But yeah, I mean, I would go with him. Here you go, Wayne.
1 second. I was just trying to verify something. I'm just a GOAT, man. I accurately picked the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year this year. It's going to happen. Offensive Player of the Year is going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to win Offensive Player of the Year, like I said before the season started. It should be Jettas, but they're just going to give it to another quarterback, which I thought was going to happen anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to give it to Jalen Hurts, dual threat. I think if he doesn't get hurt, he wins MVP. And if he would have won MVP, then Milhomme would have won Offensive Player of the Year. So, yeah, I got to go with Jalen Hurts. Just trying to find and make sure that's. I was like, I thought I said this, but yeah, I definitely said this. And Chuck was like, they usually don't give it the quarterback. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe we'll get it. MVP. You got Patrick Mahomes.
I got Patrick Mahomes.
Damn, can I finish?
It's a lock, bro. We all know it's Pat. It's a lock. It's a lock, bro. There's no argument for anyone else, really.
All right.
Ain't no discussion there.
Next, we might as well just go to the next topic, man. So next topic, let's go ahead and get into it. Talking about some hirings and firings that happened. So first thing first, Frank Wright becomes the head coach, right?
Yep, head coach of Carolina
Panthers. It is rumored that DeMeco Ryan is to become the Houston Texans head coach. And then
which, if you remember, we don't like that.
We'll get to it. I just want to name all the things, and then we'll talk about which one is more impressive. Vic Fangio becomes the highest paid coordinator for the Miami Dolphins for defense. And then Kellen Moore gets fired, but now he is now the offensive coordinator for the Chargers. So which of these hirings are we most excited about?
I'm excited.
I already know what you're excited about.
No, I'm more excited. I mean, I am excited about Vic, but I am more excited about Frank to the Panthers. I always like the Panthers in like some type of way just because of Cam Newton used to be there. But I think the defense just needed a couple pieces. Obviously, getting rid of CMC wasn't the best thing for them, but I think if they add another quarterback to that situation, that could be a good offense. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do next season because that division is up in the air. We don't know what the Bucs going to do. We don't know what the Saints going to do. We're not sure. Who's the other team? Falcons. Falcons suck. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in that division. I think the Panthers can take it next year if they make the right plays in the draft. So I'm excited to see what Frank is going to do there. And Frank built a good offense at the Colts for the Colts. So I think he could do the same for the Panthers too.
He'll be rebuilding for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But it's probably a little bit like surprising to y'all. I'm excited about Kellen Moore being the new OC for the Chargers. You saw what he did for the Dallas. I mean, obviously, circumstances towards the end of the year didn't make him look like the best, but you saw the run game you got out of his offenses in Dallas, and along with the passing game. Chargers are already solidified with the passing game. They needed just to work on the running game a little bit. Now you're bringing in a guy that exceeded with Tony Pollard, which I think Austin Eckler is a way better. Not way, I wouldn't say way better. Tony Pollard's nice, but Austin Eckler is a better running back than Tony Pollard. Similar in speed and agility and all that. So I think it's going to be very good for that offense and Justin Herbert and that team offensively.
I think it's going to be a plus for Justin, but I don't think it's going to be that great for Austin. If you're talking about running the ball,
that boy can't run the ball, Joe. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if that.
I'm saying that the scheme that's coming
Eckler is going to.
Debo run the ball harder than Austin Eckler.
This is what I predict. I predict they're going to get another running back. They're going to split time, and the same thing that happened to Zeke is going to happen to Austin Eckler. He's going to come out on third down passing plays while that other guy is toting the rock. I don't think he's going to be running.
He's still going to be a top 5 in receptions.
I mean, that's what he does. That's great. Yeah. But if we're talking about running the ball, I don't think Austin Eckler is going to be that guy for them to. I mean, you know, he wanted to hand off that ball, and I think it's going to be good for Herbert though. I think Herbert's going to be able to get more play actions off. And the running, I think the running game is obviously going to get better. But I'm not too high on Eckler running the ball.
Smooth, what are you most excited about with these hirings?
I like Kellen Moore hiring, like Chris said. For all those reasons, succeeding in Dallas with what he had, to go to LA and have a lot more weapons and a better quarterback. So I think the offense is going to do, a lot better than what they did this year, even though they played well this year as well. If both the receivers can stay healthy, maybe they will bring another running back and then have Austin Eckler, as more of a two-way player, being a runner and, lining up in slot, releasing, stuff like that. So I just think him as an offensive coordinator for them will definitely help the Chargers in the right, in the right direction, move in the right direction.
I won't say I'm most excited about it. I'm intrigued about the D'Amico Ryans thing. I don't like black coaches going to coach Houston Texans. I said this shouldn't happen. But this is a little different because he's a former player for the Houston Texans. When he was there, he was an all-pro Pro Bowler for the Houston Texans. So it ain't no scrub. Kind of know what he is, know what he's about. I like it for that reason and that reason only. Know their defense is going to be great. That means Jalen Carter is probably going to be there. Be that pick for them. I believe they have 2 picks in the top 10. And they probably get an Anthony Richardson or a Will Levis or a C.J. Stroud if he drops, which he probably will. But yeah, I am intrigued about that. About that going on.
I feel the opposite. I'm very disappointed about that. I didn't want any black coach to go.
I don't either, Joe. I don't.
I didn't want any coach. I wanted them to just hire within the organization. I wanted, because I think what the Texans are doing is really messed up. And then this is what I think. I think he's going to be one and done.
They can't do that.
I think he's going to be one and done, bro. I think he's going to be one and done.
If they do that, they got to sell the team. That's on me.
But, yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. And
Texas have proven to be unethical.
Yeah, bro. So I'm happy for.
I just feel like he's a former player for that organization. So I feel like it gotta be.
When you look at
they wouldn't do this to Gary Kubiak.
They guess what? When you look at it, he probably wasn't going to get a job anywhere else.
You think so?
Yes. That's not. Come on. Hey, let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys.
D'Amico Ryan was one of the most sought after guys for head coaching jobs.
No. Come on. Let's be honest. They interview these guys, and then they tell them no, and then they hire the other guy. Let's be honest. That's what they do most of the time. They have to.
You know, he got interviewed by the Colts too, right?
Bro, you get They have to get interviewed. The Rooney Rule. They have to interview.
No, Joe. He's one of the most. He's like the number one coaching candidate out there.
Bro, he might be right, but at the end of the day, if he was the number one, why would he choose Houston?
That's where he's from. That's where he played. That's where his family grew their roots up.
Dwayne just said.
Come on, that's the worst job you can pick.
Bro,
I agree.
No, stop. You saying
as
that?
As an NFL head coach, that's the worst job you can pick.
Doug Peterson, not Doug Peterson.
The Jaguars wasn't the worst job.
Frank Reich is going to where he used to play. He played for Carolina. So what
but
are we talking about?
That's not the worst job in the NFL.
He was the first ever quarterback for Carolina.
But that's not the worst job as the NFL.
He's saying that the Texans are known to put people.
Yeah, he's talking about the organization in general. I agree with you, Joe. That's why I said I'm intrigued. I said I'm intrigued about it. It's not solidified yet, but I'm intrigued by it.
If he goes, and listen, man, it's the.
I don't want him to do it. Yeah.
If I think it's the worst job as an NFL head coach in the NFL to go to Houston, and if the most sought out candidate for a head coaching job, he had all these interviews, right?
When they hire him.
Why wouldn't they hire him? The Colts have that's a great option. I would definitely go.
No, they don't. They don't have no quarterback.
No, but I'd rather go to them than Houston.
I don't know. I got no quarterback.
I'd rather go to them than Houston.
Offensive line going down. My best receiver is Michael Pittman.
Yeah, but at the same time, who you got? You got Brandon Cooks that's been there.
We could trade him for draft capital. I could really build this team up myself. And we got two top picks in the top 10. We got a second round overall.
But
that's why it's intriguing.
But that other team has a better defense, and they have a great running back in Jonathan Taylor. So
he ain't do shit this year.
Well, yeah, dudes fall off. That happens. It happens. But he gonna come back next year. But I don't know, man. I think they should just shut that team down. We come up with a new team. Just get rid of it.
Move them to Mexico?
Yeah, move them to Mexico or something. New team or something like that. But
I do want to talk to Chubbs. Chubbs, do you really think you guys got a chance of stealing Eric B from the Chiefs?
Yeah, I do. And the only reason I do believe, and I think they're really going to attack him heavy, is all these teams are announcing hirings for offensive coordinators after a bunch of interviews, and Ravens keep on interviewing people. And they haven't announced anything because they're waiting to interview Eric Bieniemy. And the reason why I think Eric Bieniemy might be intrigued in taking this job is he gets a chance at coaching another elite talent at quarterback, and he gets a chance to actually call plays and actually prove that he's a good play caller. Right now, he's just a guy with a title. He's not really doing anything over there, like during game days, play calling wise. That's all Andy Reid. So that's why I don't think he's getting that much credit and that much respect when it gets into, hey, let's try to get him a head coaching job, because he hasn't done that role yet fully. So I'd be intrigued. I'm intrigued by it.
So you think he would entertain the idea of going to the Ravens because he wants to move on, get a head coaching job, prove himself. Yes, so he can move up and become a head coach.
Because right now he's not really. Andy Reid's calling the plays.
If I was him, I wouldn't go to the Ravens if I wanted to prove myself.
What reasoning is that?
You have no receivers.
Okay, that's.
Don't say we could draft one because y'all can't.
We could pick somebody up, trade for somebody. That is a possibility.
You want to? So also. We're also looking into because I was just looking at the cap. You guys, they say they're increasing the cap next year. Your cap right now, you guys are top 10 in cap.
Hey, shout out to Jalen Hurts though, because he about to help Lamar get a bag. Go.
Right. And he got you guys have 26 million cap space. So you do have to have room for Lamar. So if you tag Lamar, it's going to take a chunk of that. Then you still have to worry about his contract in the future later on. So I don't know how much room you guys are going to create to get maybe a top receiver in the league like Michael Thomas that you want this season, next season. So I don't know, bro. I think as him, I'd probably be like, man, you guys are kind of in a tough situation to even make moves. Really, you guys are tight.
Not
you guys are
really as tight as you think. I did check the contracts is like when this dropped, like when they dropped the thing. Chuck Clark, who's on contract for another year, I think he's gone, and that's going to free up about $7 to $8 million on the books. Then we still got Calais Campbell, who's on the books technically for another year. I think he's going to retire. That's another 5 to 6. Okay. Gus Edwards didn't have the best year, and he's on his last year of his contract. I think they might walk away from him.
Okay.
Because he wasn't that healthy this year. And then if we get an Eric Bieniemy, I don't see a big need for a fullback. Because I'm looking at these offenses. I think Ricard would be out. So those are 4 guys with contracts that are like a decent contracts that could free up at least
good point
20 mil at least. So
I think free agency is gonna be our friend. So if y'all get him, hopefully y'all can get a receiver. I don't know if y'all gonna get a receiver. Yeah, there's a lot of receivers in the draft this year. I think y'all can get.
I honestly would love, and just remember this name. He's not going to be probably on the top 10 thing that me and Wayne do. Everybody look out for that. But Raheem Jarrett is going to be a solid slot receiver in this league. Like he's from Maryland. He had a scholarship at LSU and decided to stay home. He could have played with Joe Burrow. He decided to stay home. So
foolishness.
Yeah, right. But he's nice.
What he been playing though?
Raheem Jarrett's good. Look at his stats.
I'm saying he wouldn't have been.
DL knows Raheem. He would have been playing. Raheem's nice.
Playing what?
Come on.
Receiver.
Obviously when Jamar Chase, when them 2 left, but he's still young, bro. Like he would have been.
I'm saying that year with Joe Burrow, he wouldn't have been playing with Joe Burrow. That's all I'm saying.
He might have been the third option.
He was playing. He'd play. He's
at
least being a returner.
Specialist.
Anytime we say anything,
their third option was.
No, we're not saying that.
Raheem Jarrett's good, man. Like, he's gonna be a good NFL
watch when he get
receiver.
into the league.
No, he is good. I know he's good. I know Raheem Jarrett is good. Yeah,
but he's gonna be like a 4th, 5th round pick.
Probably be a 3rd round.
He's gonna be a steal.
I hope he's gonna be a steal though. Right, he's gonna be a steal. And then Dante Demas. Beast.
All right, man.
There's a lot of opportunities.
Let's get to our keep it short segments, man. Y'all know what we do. This week we're doing a Mount Rushmore. Doing some more things that Chelsea put on the list, man. Mount Rushmore, we're gonna start with the Philadelphia Eagles. Who do you guys have on your Eagles Mount Rushmore? Joey, kick it off.
Oh man, I got this guy. Had this guy on my other list for another team.
You can't be on 2 separate Rushmores.
Why?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can be.
If you lit like that, why you can't? I got Reggie White, Brian Dawkins, Brian Westbrook, and McNabb.
Brian Westbrook.
Yeah. What you
mean? My list is exactly the same as Joey's.
When you have Westbrook on there.
Because I have McNabb. Because I didn't have Terrell Owens on my 49ers one. I have him on this one. McNabb, T.O., Reggie White, and Brian Dawkins.
I got Reggie White, Brian Dawkins, Donovan McNabb, and Fletcher Cox.
Oh, damn. Cox. That's a good one. Okay.
Next team, we're going with the Dallas Cowboys.
I got Emmett, Troy, Michael, Irvin, and damn, who is this last 2? Why hold on a second. Tony Dorsett. There you go. Top.
Mine's basically similar, except for instead of Tony Dorsett, I have Larry Allen.
Let's go on.
I have Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus Ware. Okay.
I got Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin,
Michael Parsons,
Tony Romo.
I knew it. No way. No way.
I like Tony on there. Let's go.
No way.
I like
Des
Tony
Bryant on there, bro. Jason Witten before him, bro.
Yeah, right.
Tony was snapping, man. Don't be hating on Tony.
Next, we have the Denver Broncos.
All right. I got John Elway, Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, and Rod Smith.
Wow. I got Elway, Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, and Von Miller.
Okay.
I got Terrell Davis, John Elway, Shannon Sharp, and Champ Bailey.
Champ.
I thought about Champ.
That's a good one.
Elway, Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, and I also got Von Miller as well.
I know.
Next, we have the Chiefs.
Okay. The first, Derek Thomas, Tony G. I got Patty and Kelsey on there.
I got the same 4.
I can't put Patty top 5 of all time and don't have him on the Chiefs list. So I can't do
Tony
that.
Gonzalez, Patty Mahomes, Len Dawson, and Priest Holmes.
Priest Holmes was a good one.
Derek Thomas, Tony Gonzalez, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. That's the only way. Had to put the top 2 tight ends of all time on the list.
Right.
Two
Facts.
tight ends on Mount Rushmore. Is ugly.
They're
top two
of all
of time.
And they
Who's
play.
better?
Travis,
And Tony right now. Tony right
Travis
now.
Kelce got only person he behind in playoff records is
You got
Jerry
Tony,
Rice.
You also have Tony Romo.
In playoff
Drake,
records.
and I don't like that
We're
either.
talking about all time. You know, playoffs.
All right, man. Next, we're doing this next list. We got to rank these players if they played in the same era. Chubbs, what era are we doing it in?
Oh, it's a pass. It got to be a passing error.
That'd be now. Just now.
In today's era. So
There's a-
you have Joe Burrow plus Chad Johnson. This is a QB1 and a receiver 1. We're doing this list off. Jalen Hurts plus Terrell Owens. Kirk Cousins, Randy Moss. Kenny Pickett, AB. Dan Marino, Tyreek Hill. Mac Jones, Randy Moss. Lamar, Anquan Bolden. Patty Mahomes, Dwayne Bowe.
This is very hard for me, man.
We got to rank them. That's crazy.
This is very hard.
All right, the last one for me on this list would have to be Joe Burrow and Chad Johnson.
Really? Damn.
Wow.
I'm sorry. No. Sorry, I apologize.
My shit is reversed.
I was about to say.
I'm sorry. Lamar and Anquan Bolden is the last person on this list for me.
That's wild. That's
cool. That's cool. My last one is the Steelers.
No.
That's
Second.
Cool. That's
I got the last
cool.
one is the Steelers.
Second. Second to last.
Are you doing your whole list right now?
Wait, let everybody say
Okay. All right.
All right. Your number 8 is Baltimore. Your number 8 is Pittsburgh. My number 8 is Mac Jones and Randy Moss.
Thank you, Chris. That is my number 8. That is probably my bro. What?
Number 7 for me is Mac Jones and Randy Moss.
Okay.
All right. What's your number 7, Joey?
It's New England.
My number
Oh
7
my
is
God.
Patrick Mahomes and Dwayne Bell.
Okay. Dwayne Ball was lit. No,
I know he is. I know he is. I know he's lit.
Hold on. Hey, Dwayne Ball on Patrick Mahomes' team now, he's killing, bro. Come on.
All right,
He's
Seven.
killing
My
it.
7 is Little Hands Pickett, bro. That's whatever.
That's the only
Because
reason
of Kenny. The only reason is because of Kenny Pickett, bro.
It's only because AB is too lit. But I got him down
What's
there
your number
for that.
6, Wayne?
Kenny Pickett and AB.
My number 6 also is Kenny Pickett and AB.
Okay, got you. Mine is the Vikings. I got Kirk and Randy down there.
I'll go.
My number 6 is Lamar and actually Patty. I'm sorry, Patty and Dwayne.
Why the fuck is Lamar going so high? This doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like hate. That's what it sounds
It's
like.
not hate. He's the second. Nah, never mind.
All right, go with your 5th, Wayne.
My 5th. Did I say Kirk and Randy yet? I don't think I said Kirk and Randy, right?
No.
Kirk
No,
and
you
Randy.
didn't.
My fifth.
Go ahead. Sir.
My fifth is Lamar and Anquan.
Agree. My fifth is the same. Lamar and Anquan.
Lamar Anquan is my fifth.
I got next. I have Burrow and Chad Johnson.
Okay, but go ahead, Chuck.
My fourth is Kirk and Randy.
Okay. We fourth, right? We're on the fourth one.
Yeah.
All right, my fourth is Patrick and Dwayne both.
My fourth is. This is a tough one, bro. Marino and Waddle.
No, it's Hill. It's Hill now.
No. You could leave it. I left it at Waddle. I left mine.
All right, leave it at Waddle then.
I left mine at Waddle.
Yeah, Marino and Waddle have to be my fourth. Yeah.
All right.
Since we're keeping it at Waddle. Wait, time off. We're keeping it at Waddle. Can I get Patty Hill?
You could.
No.
No.
I mean, it doesn't change anything for me. Chad and Burrow are number 3 for me.
Chad and Burrow.
Number 3 for me is Hurts and T.O.
Got it.
I'm missing somebody. I already named Chad and Burrow. I'm tripping. It's Hurts and T.O.
You took it away. Remember?
No, but then
no.
I still got 4 people to name then.
3.
Who did you miss?
I didn't say Bo, I didn't say Chad, I didn't say Hurts, and I didn't say Marino and Waddle yet.
You didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, I repeated somebody, so it's Hurts and T.O.
Hurts and T.O. at 3?
At 3, yeah.
Okay.
I think I said Chad and Burrow at 4. So yeah.
Okay, so I got Hurts and T.O. at 3.
Oh well, we all agree on 3. Hurts and T.O.
Waddle and Marino at 2.
I got Waddle. I got Waddle and Marino at 2.
I got Chad and Burrow at 2.
Chad and Burrow at 2.
I got Chad and Burrow at 1.
You just gonna let me say my one first? You just
Right?
My number 1 is the best quarterback that ever played the game, Patrick Mahomes, and Dwayne Bowe.
I got Marino and Waddle at 1.
I got Kirk and Randy at 1.
Oh my God!
That's so ugly. I forgot you didn't even say their names, bro.
Kirk and Randy, bruh. What you talking about?
What makes you think Kirk is
Because
going to ball with
Randy's
Randy?
top 3 receiver all time, and Kirk is the standard balling with Jay Jettas right now. So it's only logical.
I had to go with Dade County legend, Norland legend.
But Jalen's balling with AJ Brown, quote unquote, by you. So why would he not do that with top 3 receiver T.O.?
AJ Brown ain't in. AJ Brown ain't in.
I'm just saying, top 3 receiver. Why keep the same energy?
Who's better, T.O. or Randy?
He think Randy better, but Jalen Hurts is better than who's better, Jalen Hurts or Kirk Cousins?
Randy is significantly better than everybody on this.
Whoa, no, stop, bro.
Let me not say significantly.
He's not better than T.O. We're not getting into this again. Randy Moss is not better than T.O., bro. We're not getting this in. Significant, like that's crazy, bro.
T.O. has no longevity.
He's top 3, bro.
They're both top 3.
All right, then. So it's an argument for one of them to be better.
But you said significantly.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let me take that back.
And I promise you, if AB ain't go crazy, he'll be. Let me tell you, boy.
AB with Kenny is ugly, bro. AB will get mad.
I should have did Jared Goff and Megatron. I should have added them.
And you should. That would have been crazy.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right, man. Lastly, we got start, bench, cut. 3 of the same quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr.
They're not the same. They're not the same. They not.
One just happens to play for the Dallas Cowboys, so he gets more media coverage. Go.
Well, I think we all agree we're cutting Derek Carr, right? We're all cutting Derek Carr.
I'm cutting Derek Carr.
Bro, I'm cutting Dak Prescott. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about,
Crazy, bro. That's nuts. Why would you cut Dak?
I troll it.
We got Kirk Cousins. We got Kirk Cousins with high socks.
Kirk Cousins with eye black.
And then Mexican Kirk Cousins.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm cutting them all. Not even lying to you, bro. I'm cutting them all.
You're not starting nobody.
I'd rather start Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Bro, there's only one answer to this question, bro.
I'm starting Kirk Cousins, benching Dak, and I'm cutting.
That's crazy.
Derek
You gonna
Carr.
start?
You have to start Dak, unfortunately, bro. He just
have to start Dak.
I'm calling Kirk.
You said what?
Starting Dak.
Why do you have to start Dak?
Come on,
bro?
Kirk.
What reason do you
on,
have
Kirk.
to start Dak?
Because I gotta start the black man. That's all.
He's better than
Oh
Kirk.
man,
He's better.
It's bigger than black and white.
Don't do that.
Hey,
He's
nah.
better than
We all
but
know
that's the thing, bro.
Kirks are legendary.
They
know
the same
we know
people.
what we gonna get from Kirk, bro. We know what we gonna get from him.
No.
Bro. Dak, you don't know what you gonna get from Dak, bro.
Nah,
You don't
listen, bro.
know.
Stop. We're only saying Kirk is this good because of the people that he had, bro. Kirk had
Nope.
Dalvin Cook for how long? He has been a good
Dude,
running
bro,
back.
we're saying the
Just
same thing
stop.
about Jalen
wait,
Hurts
wait.
is good, but look at his environment.
Bro,
What?
are we just
I'm
gonna
just
talk
saying.
about this year, bro?
Dak always had weapons, bro. Stop.
No, listen. All right,
Kirk Cousins was good with Washington, bro. Why
So
are we
what?
disregarding this?
he was not.
He was mediocre.
That's why
he was always
got traded to
with
the Vikings
Washington.
for a reason.
He got traded.
It was valuable. He was valuable.
He didn't get
Traded for
traded.
value though.
He didn't get traded.
No, he did. He left. He left the Redskins.
Yeah,
He
his
got
contract
paid.
was up.
He
Yeah,
got paid.
yeah.
And who was the Vikings quarterback?
Fully guaranteed.
Who was the
Christian
Vikings
Ponder.
quarterback? Nobody. Nobody.
It was Case Keenum. Just took him to
It
the.
was Case.
He just did some Brock Purdy shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop trying Kirk Cousins, bro.
Case Keenum is ass. What we talking
He went to the playoffs. What you talking about?
about? What we talking
Listen,
about?
Dak Prescott. All you do is Dak Prescott in the Vikings jersey, Dak Prescott in the Raiders jersey, Dak Prescott in the Cowboys jersey. That's all it is.
You gotta start Dak because he's the original.
No, he's not the original. Derek Carr is the original.
Kirk Carr and Dak Prescott are half of Kirk Cousins. That's why they were number 4. Yes. There we go.
bro,
Kirk Cousins.
Cousins.
You starting Kirk Cousins. You benching Derek Carr. I mean, yeah, and you cutting Dak Prescott.
Kirk
That's
Cousins.
So you
the
cut.
right answer.
Say it again.
Just
I'm starting Kirk Cousins, benching Derek Carr, and cutting Dak Prescott.
you cutting Dak over Derek.
I'm putting
Carr?
Dak on the practice squad. What you talking about?
Oh my god, you guys. That's hate. That's hate. You hate. That's hate.
Derek Carr was ranked higher than Dak this year. Just saying.
Derek Carr didn't do anything though.
What did
So-
Dak do?
Dak went to the playoffs and lost.
Threw 2 picks.
He went to the playoffs. Derek Carr got kicked off his team. They said it on the like, what do you mean? Like,
I'm dead, bro.
7 picks in 9 games is disgusting.
that is disgusting, but it's not his fault, right? He came off an injury.
Should have kept Cooper Rush in.
That's crazy.
All right, man. That is the end of this episode, man. We appreciate everybody that came through and listened. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Next, we'll be back on Friday talking about how Jokic dominated Embiid. Sorry, Embiid dominated Jokic, other way around. And more basketball topics, man. Like I said, we're going to be giving you our Super Bowl pick next week. And then after that, we'll be getting into some draft stuff, man. But till next time, my name is Wayne. Anything you guys want to do?
Stay. No, man.
47-18 that game.
Yo, looks like he's doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Look what friendship does.
I think the podcast helped you out today.
Yeah.
I think it did.
It gave you
It helped
energy.
you out.
I could have been getting rest for work.
Nah.
Yeah.
What you about to do is hop on 2K. All right, man. Till next time, man. We'll see you.